guys. Happy Monday. Happy book club day. This is not episode, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but this is the video that where we make our suggestions. So currently we are reading Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson. We read the first one last month together, which is Everybody in My Family Has Killed Someone. I loved it. I started the second book. I'm not that far in. I've done the audio so far, so I'm like an hour and a half into the audio. We always do a reveal video. That's the first video. The second video is the treats. Things we're going to eat, drink, use while we read or listen to the book. That was last week. This week is the suggestions for next month. So what we'll read for February. Then next week is the questions for the book we're reading. And then the following week is the wrap-up review. So we always do 5 videos per book. So this is video 3. And we are going to do the suggestions. So I'm going to be suggesting 3 books that I would like to read for next month for February. Charmaine's going to suggest 3 books. And then we want you guys to make your suggestions down below as well. I believe it's going to be on Charmaine's community tab. I know I did it the last 2 months. Charmaine needed a little bit of a break. And I talked things out with her. I think she talked about it in her video. And if you guys did not watch my What's Up Wednesday from Wednesday. And I talk about how intense my life is going to be right now until February 28th because my university screwed up and I am taking more classes than I'm used to. But I had no choice basically. So life's going to be crazy. So she said she would do it on the community tab for this month and I believe next month. And if I miss some videos, that is why. I'm going to try my best to be committed. I'm doing what I can when I can. Right now the classes aren't too intense because it's only been a week. But they pick up very fast. Okay, so I am suggesting 3 books. We're going to get into it. So the first book I'm going to suggest, I literally just got this from my porch, so it is cold. I eventually want to own all of Freida McFadden's books. I absolutely love her. She's an incredible author if you are into like mystery, suspense, thriller style books. I have never read Never Lie. My friend Vanessa just finished it, and she literally went, "Oh my God, you have to read it." But we say that about all her books, but she said how good it was. She thought one thing, it was another. That's how Freida McFadden is. You always think you know the killer and you don't know the killer. If you think you know, you don't know. So I saw it was on like a super duper special on Amazon. She always says all the time she marks her books as cheap as possible because she wants everyone to be able to buy her books. All her books are available through Kindle Unlimited if you have that. And it was marked down for like $7, I think. So I was like, I have to have it. I am on a no-buy. And I have been doing really well. I mean, I have been buying things. I'm going to talk about that in another video. This was the one exception. The only thing I've been buying is things that I like need, not things I want. But just my friend was saying how good it was. I needed lamination sheets for work, so I had to order those off Amazon. And I'm like, what's $7, you know? So it was on special, and I got it. But this is like the first thing that was a want and not a need for the whole month of January. And for $7, I mean, anyway, I don't need to justify my purchases, but I've been doing really well. So because I purchased it, I do want to make it as a suggestion. I know you guys love Freida McFadden. We've read The Boyfriend together. We've read The Housemaid 1 and 2 together. So I am going to suggest Never Lie for the month of February. Then the next book I'm going to suggest, it has been on my TBR for so long. I need to read this book because I want to watch the movie. But I need to read the book before I watch the movie. I waited too long that now I kind of know the spoiler. You know, it happens, especially when something's been out for so long. Someone posted on Facebook, they didn't do a spoiler alert, and boom. I was like, oh, that kind of sucks, but whatever. I still want to read it. And that is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. As you guys know, it even says the worldwide sensation. It is now a major motion picture. It was a Reese's Book Club book. Actually, maybe I'll read the backs a little bit. So that is my second suggestion. And then the third suggestion, before we get into more detail, is Signs of Cupidity. So I had this on my Amazon wish list. I believe there's like 3 or 4 books. I have all the books on my Amazon wish list. And someone bought it for me as a birthday gift. It was actually, I believe, it was either Michelle or Brittany. They're the two that usually buy me birthday gifts off my wish list. That I know of. Like I'm actually gonna do a what I got for Christmas really soon. I have the stuff in front of me. I'm gonna try to film it tonight. So that might be Tuesday's episode. I don't want to promise it, but I'm going to try for that to be tomorrow. Why do I keep saying episode like I'm a TV star? I really think that's going to be tomorrow's video. And I did get some gifts actually from a subscriber. But like off people that I like talk to, communicate with on Instagram. It is Brittany, who owns Gigi and Bo, and Michelle, who owns Novel Stitches. They usually send me a birthday gift every year, which is very kind of them. I usually send them one too. And one of them, I think it was Michelle, I'm not 100%, but it doesn't really matter, sent me, I appreciate both of them, no matter what, sent me signs of cupidity. And I thought this would be really, really cute since February is Valentine's Day and Cupid and all that. So, I believe this is a little sci-fi, not sci-fi, it was fantasy is the word I'm looking for. So we have a little bit of fantasy, and then we have kind of like 2 thrillers. Where the Crawdads Sing, I don't know if it has like a little bit of a romance angle. I'm sure this one probably does. This one isn't like super duper thriller though. It's more, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, I haven't read it, but it's not, I don't think it's listed as a thriller. But I do say the end is shocking. This one's more of like a historical type of book because it goes back into like 1969. So we had 3 very different style books. So Signs of Cupidity says, this Cupid is looking for a love of his own. You'd think being in charge of love would be an epic job, right? Wrong. Sure, I'm a Cupid, so I can blow lust into people's faces and watch the show. But I can't actually participate. It gets old, trust me. Same goes for love. I can pass it out like sugar-free lollipop in a dental office, but I can't get any for myself. I'm stuck in this never-ending afterlife where I'm invisible, lonely, and bitter as hell. And yeah, I'm probably responsible for some terrible matchmaking out there. But can you blame a girl? Apparently my Cupid bosses can, because I get exiled to the Fae world. And while I'm here, I accidentally attack a Fae prince with love arrows. But hey, he deserved it. What I didn't expect was for him to retaliate, and that I'd be pushed into the physical realm. That's right, this Cupid just got a real body. And you know what that means? Now it's my turn to get some. Love, I mean. Wink, wink. That is funny. So it says this is a slow burn, why choose Fae fantasy rom-com where the female main character will end up with multiple mates. Okay, so I'm glad I read this. It includes explicit language and sexual situations. Intended for audience 18 years and older. And it says the series is complete. So unless you are comfortable with smut, I'm going to say, and explicit language, do not pick this book in the community tab. I'm okay with it, especially for February. I feel like it fits perfectly. So this is the first, not first, you guys would already know the 3 books I'm suggesting, but here is one of them, Signs of Cupidity by Raven Kennedy. Then the synopsis of the next book, Where the Crawdads Sing, if you haven't already watched the movie, says the record-breaking phenomenon that captured more than 15 million readers around the globe. Wow, it literally got Book of the Decade, Best Book of the Year, International Bestseller, a lot of good things. For years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove, a quiet town on the North Carolina coast. So in late 1969, when handsome Chase Andrews is found dead, the locals immediately suspect Kaya Clark, the so-called Marsh Girl. But Kaya is not what they say. Sensitive and intelligent, she has survived for years alone in the marsh that she calls home. Finding friends in the gull and lessons in the sand, then the time comes when she yearns to be touched and loved. When 2 young men from town become intrigued by her wild beauty, Kaya opens herself to a new life until the unthinkable happens. So this is my next suggestions, Where the Crawdad Sings by Delia. I keep wanting to say Delia. What? No, that's probably right. Delia Owens. Yeah. I don't know why I'm saying Delilah. There's no H there. It's not Delilah. Delia. I like add letters in my head sometimes. Then we have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Sometimes the truth kills. ... Newlyweds Tricia and Ethan are searching for the house of their dreams. They think they found it when they visit the remote manor that once belonged to Dr. Adrian Hale, a renowned psychiatrist who vanished without a trace years ago. But when a violent winter storm traps them at the estate, the house begins to lose its appeal. Stuck inside and growing restless, Teresa stumbled on a collection of audio transcripts from Dr. Hale's sessions with patients. As Teresa listens to the cassette tapes, she learns about the terrifying chain of events leading up to the doctor's mysterious disappearance. With each tape, another shocking piece of the puzzle falls into place, and a web of lies slowly unravels. But by the time Teresa reaches the final cassette, the one that reveals the entire horrifying story, it will be too late. ... From #1 New York Times bestselling author Freida McFadden comes an addictive, unpredictable thriller that will keep you asking the question, what is the truth? So my final suggestion, Never Lie by Freida McFadden. I think any 3 of these would be incredible. They're very different, but I enjoy all types of books. Very curious to see what Charmaine suggested. I know she had told me she was going to suggest 3. I think she said she was doing 1 thriller, 1 romance, and 1 fantasy. So I figured I would do 3 very different books. Like I said, the community tab should be in Charmaine's. The voting poll should be in Charmaine's community tab. Definitely go check out Charmaine's video. See what 3 books she recommended. Leave suggestions down below in my comments and her comments so they can get on the community tab. This is supposed to be a community, and you guys, your suggestions have been the ones that have been winning lately, truly. And we always include them, always. What was I going to say? There was one more thing other than what Charmaine. Oh, in my description box, I have a link to the Facebook book club. We're not as active on there. Life gets in the way. And then there's Fable. I was really good with Fable for Everybody in My Family Has Killed Somebody. I was using it to take notes on each chapter. I have not been as good with it for this book because I'm listening to audio, so I'm driving, cleaning. It's hard for me to stop and write. But I do have the physical copy. It came in today, so I'm going to read a little bit and try to get back on that Fable app. But Fable's really nice because there's no spoiler. So it's a chat room, but it's locked by the chapters. So if something happens that you really want to talk about in chapter 6, you go into chapter 6 and you talk about it. So that way, if you haven't read chapter 6 yet, don't click chapter 6 and you won't get a spoiler. So we have Fable. We have the Facebook book club. And then check out my friend Charmaine. Leave your votes down below. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. And hopefully tomorrow you guys are seeing what I got for Christmas video. I'm going to try to see if I can get that together right now for you guys. And then Wednesday's What's Up Wednesday. Me and Charmaine are doing a collab. Thursday, hopefully, will be another haul. And then I'm hoping vlogs for the weekend. I'm going to see what I can do. I'm trying my best to balance everything out while I still can before life gets really crazy. And I'm trying, if I stay on top of assignments, I have time to do everything. It's when I don't stay on top of assignments. But we're going to do the best we can, and that's all we can do. Be safe, guys.